No,
I like this kid, Matt, here.
It's good. I'll just leave.
I have been reading a book.
You've actually been fired. I'm sorry.
There you go. I've been reading a book about the history of antibiotics, which is completely boring to most people, but to me was fascinating, especially since I've had this cough. So it starts in the 20s or 30s. It's a fascinating book. It's called The Demon Under the Microscope.
Please tell us about it.
Well, it's about the history of sulfa drugs, and we'll stop there while we're ahead. But I also have a new book I'm reading called Red Heat. I like nonfiction books, which is about American foreign policy, specifically in the Caribbean. It touches base on some Latin American dictatorships, but about how we supported dictators in that region, and gets into the history of Haiti and Cuba. So now, Anderson, any more questions?
Yeah.
Anderson Cooper?
I
Exactly.
think I'm pretty good.
Well,
Pretty
all
good.
right.
Those
Thank
of
you
you that
guys
haven't
very much.
gathered yet, Jared is.
Thanks for your question, buddy.
Wait, stick around right here. We're gonna throw to a video. This is what we do, throwing to a video package.
Let's go throwing.
I'll do the throwing. You can hang out.
All right, cool.
Okay, so actually, guys, I remember, the album was a long time in the works. November 2008, I believe, we actually visited you guys in the studio when the album was just in its sort of infancy. There was a lot going on, needless to say. So let's take a look back. November 2008, 30 Seconds to Mars in the studio.
For us, it's a place that we explore, we experiment, we beat the living crap out of the songs that we're working on. But, when you're in it, you can't help but be 1,000% focused on just what's happening in that moment at that time. And that's why I like making music so much, because it really commands your entire being. It takes all of you, and when you're making it with other people as well, it's a really unique experience. You can have plans, most of the time they get thrown out the window, and our only really concrete challenges us, and it's making an actual record of this time of our lives. Here we are, a band that was fortunate enough to have some success. Normally, it would be an incredible amount of pressure and challenge just to follow up a record. But not only do we have that, we have other enormous challenges. Having a $30 million lawsuit hanging over your head, making a record ourselves in a much more DIY approach than we have in the past. What I find to be the most amazing thing about all of it is we are in the best spirits, and we are more inspired than we've ever been before as a band, and we're working together as a band.
Yeah.
He had a great beard.
Yeah, you guys
That was 2008, November?
2008
That
November.
feels like 15 years ago.
Right.
It really does.
I mean, no exaggeration, that could have been 15
Well, and
years
that goes obviously to everything that sort of happened. But I guess the question, back then you were, I went to see you guys in studio, later, I think April 2009, and you're still working on the record, and things hadn't really changed.
Yeah.
Back then, and you talked, we're going to do this record's coming out. Did you believe that firmly? Was there any part of you that was like
Feeling. There was a feeling
Yes.
like it was a pretty. There was a big mountain to climb. There was a lot of work that needed to be finished. It was a really ambitious project. And we had the gift of making it really on our own, which really, it was a blessing to have that and develop and push the songs to where they needed to be. We wouldn't have made as good of a record if we didn't have that fight. And, having that $30 million lawsuit in your face is a pretty big inspiration to get down and dirty.
right?
You
Yeah,
know,
and I
you know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now, down and dirty. We're going To get to our first group of down and dirty Twitter questions.
Let's do it.
Down and dirty.
What you can do is, if you want to contribute to the conversation, as you can tell, it's very loose, very flowing. The hashtag on Twitter is Ask30STM. So get your questions. We'll get them as many as possible.
By the way, next time, just ask MARS, baby.
Oh, that would have been so much better.
I mean, if 30
Feel free
STM
to
is good,
consult, Mr.
it's a
Montgomery.
little
Shut
old
up.
school.
Feel free to
it's a
consult.
little old school, but you know.
Next time we do this, it'll be Ask Mars.
That's
so much better. That's such a better hashtag.
You know?
Live on the 4th December 2010, and it changed my life. Thank you. Attack was my favorite song live, but what's yours?
We love playing Night of the Hunter. I think that song is really. I think Night of the Hunter is this song that encapsulates everything about 30 Seconds to Mars that we are
Agreed.
interested in musically. You know, it's a song that's eclectic. It's a song that has some size. It's really cinematic, atmospheric, and it really sounds like us. And that's a you know, a good thing.
Was that one along early in the process? I think I remember there was a time where that's been around, right? And like.
It was right
Sort of.
smack
Right.
in the middle.
Was it in
And
the
it's
middle?
a song that Flood really latched on to
Yeah.
early in the South or
Like Yellow
something.
Lead
you know?
Belly could have sang that song.
Right,
You
right,
know?
sure.
But Shannon's drums just propelled it to this new place. He came up with this incredibly percussive, rhythmic